Well, good afternoon, my friends. I've been away for a while. I was on vacation, and then when I came back from vacation, work exploded. Very busy this last week. So I have not really had much of a chance to even look at YouTube too much. I think I only responded to a few comments. And in case anybody didn't know, I had made most of those videos in advance and scheduled them to be, dribbled out, released automatically through the YouTube system. So I have actually not made a video in close to 2 weeks. And I believe the last video I made was on Hot Wheels mainlines. So I sort of wanted to revisit that because there really has not been a lot of new Hot Wheels in my area. I think I mentioned that what I'm seeing in my local Walmart is a few stragglers. Most of what you see here wasn't gotten in Walmart. It was gotten in the Acme Food Market, which would be like A&P Pathmark or Stop and Shop, whatever. Piggly Wiggly, whatever food mark you have by you. Aldi's, Tesco's. Not a toy store or, a hobby store or anything like that. So before I went on vacation, I'd gone shopping and I found some cars. And then today I went food shopping and I found some of the same cars, I think. So I think I had already had this AMC Rebel machine. Now I have two of them, and I know who I'm going to send one of them to. These I'm going to hold on to. These two I found today. This is from the new Hot Wheels trucks. This is that Toyota Land Cruiser pickup. So this would be what the Toyota Land Cruiser FJ60 or something. For especially for my friends from New Zealand, Australia, Tasmania, because I know these things are immensely popular in Oceania, the Middle East, and Africa, because they are so damn rugged and dependable. Maybe they would know which series, because I mean, this reminds me of the original Land Cruiser FJ40, I think it was, with a pickup bed, which the only thing we would have seen these in the United States, we would have seen these if they were privately imported, maybe, or on TV, on shows like Doctari. So those I'm going to keep. So one of the Rebel machines and one of these 67 Chevy C10s, these are going to be in a special box that I'm going to create. And then this one. So amazingly, I did not even notice in my hurry to push the video out before my vacation. I did not even notice that this one is an error. Two of my friends here commented on this car. So this is the 67 Oldsmobile 442 in quote-unquote the Gulf livery, which is fine. You can see there on the hood. But as was pointed out to me, and you can see on the card here, there are no side tampos. So this is an error. It's only got printing on one side. So this is going into a special. So I'm going to create a special box that is going to consist of that special error, one of these Chevy pickups, and one of these Rebel machines, and the first person chronology, the first person in comments that that pointed out that error is the person that will eventually receive a special box that I am putting together that is starting with the error, the Rebel machine, and the Chevy pickup, and then I will selectively find other castings, and that special box, which is not going to have a name on it, but the person who's going to get it should be able to figure out that they are the one getting it. Just look at the comments and see who was first. That's who's getting it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love to find another. I have been looking for another, and I will. Eventually, I will find one of these. It's not a big deal, but every now and then, I just, I like to do something special. I had one error, Porsche 914, and the errors don't mean as much to me. I'm not as much of a Hot Wheels collector. Errors and super treasure hunts and treasure hunts they're not as special to me as they would be to somebody else. And I happen to know that the person who pointed this out loves American muscle cars and trucks, so I'm going to try and put together a box before Christmas and send it out for Christmas for this person with some American iron, including some pickups. And so I hope that person, makes a comment down below, because, well, maybe I hope they don't. Maybe I hope they don't realize that they're getting a box. But that's just what I figured I'd do. Now, while on the subject of boxes, I have been putting together boxes and shipping out. I had sent out a bunch of boxes. I still have a couple of boxes that have not gone out. I want to apologize to those people who I think they know who they are. But be patient. I will have the boxes out before the end of this month. And I sort of have to, because the month of December I will be scarce. I have vacation that either I use or lose, and fortunate I have an opportunity to actually go away again this year. So I don't want to jinx that for myself, but that's something I'm excited about. But that means that I will not be doing a lot of videos. The last one that I want to show off on this video is this beautiful Toyota Land Cruiser 80 from Hot Wheels. The front details, tampos look great. The rears, you know what? Yes, I want to get more of these, but I'm not a card collector, so why am I looking at this in the card? Let me crack this open. The others, because they may go away to other homes, but this one's not. And the weird thing is, is that I'm a huge Ford guy, and I always say I'm not into Japanese cars. Well, that's just a friggin' lie, isn't it? As I look around at all sorts of Japanese cars here, 240Zs, Skylines, Toyota Land Cruisers, and Mitsubishi Pajeros and so forth. All sorts of Japanese cars. So I'm not. So several of my friends laugh whenever I use the phrase, I don't collect that. And so I'm going to have to stop using that. I don't collect Toyotas. I don't collect race cars. I don't collect whatever it may be. If I say I don't collect, just ignore it. But wow, again, Hot Wheels, Mattel's printing is so good on this, because it's not just silver for the headlights. It's silver with the little black to give it the illusion of depth and texture. So that's real good. Don't get me wrong, some really nice overseas brands. Major Ad, Welly, RMZ City, these type of brands, they will paint their headlights as did Matchbox and so forth used to do. They will just paint their headlights silver or so forth, but there won't be any of the contrast of the I want to call it webbing there. So yeah, here I'll show you here on this Welly, which coincidentally, hold on, let me pull this out. So this Welly is a 160 scale, so it's going to be a little bit big. But this is a Toyota Land Cruiser Prada, more commonly known in the United States as the Lexus. Is it the GX 470? Forget. And this is pretty cool look. Red tail lights, nice. But on the front, the headlights are just really clean silver, which, a few years ago would have been as good as you could expect it, other than the premium brands that do But if you look at the Mattel printing there, the little specks of black are what give it the illusion of realism. So you really have to give it to Mattel on their Tampo printing. And Mattel is a huge company and has total control over their pressings and so forth, the whole process. So you can see, I mean, there's a Tampo print there for the side marker, for the sponsor names, G Ready and so forth, the door handles. So there's a lot of pretty cool detail on this. Now, why nothing on the back? Well, I guess it's the cost. You learn a lot by watching like Chasing Diecast Cars and building the ultimate Matchbox collection, and a lot of the channels that you'll see here, and it has something to do with the cost of printing the front and sides. So if you think of this as 5 printable sides, front, back, top, and sides, because you have Tampo printing the base here. So they've got 1, 2, 3 sides out of 5. So what's not printed on is the top and the rear, and that apparently is a cost factor. It's part of the reason why a welly would be €2 and, or well, no, because Hot Wheels are €2 and I don't know. It's just it's a nice detail there. Let's see. Wow. Going to pause just for a second. Okay, my friends, thank you for your patience there, although it was just a second for you. It was like a minute and a half for me. I couldn't find the silly battery for the spinner on here, so it wasn't, and that's why it's not spinning. I have to get a new one of these. I like this, but I mean, it's there. So as I was saying, this Hot Wheels casting is fantastic. Now, if you will remember, I have this beauty. What is this? The GCD Toyota Land Cruiser 80. And this was a real deal. I learned about these from a couple of our friends on here. Small model collector, David of Twice Diecast. I'd never heard of GCD, LCD, or Master, these brands. But of course, that's why I watch all these YouTube channels, is to watch what my friends are buying, what's good, what's interesting. And so I found this months ago after watching somebody else's channel, and this is really cool. And believe it or not, this is a $20 Land Cruiser 80. So it is 20 times more expensive than the Hot Wheels. And I believe we had done the caliper thing, but let's take a look. So wheelbase is very close. The Hot Wheels has these sort of exaggerated tires. Overall length of the model is pretty good. Obviously, the details on this are much higher. I mean, this has steerable wheels, rubber tires, metal base, metal body. Is it metal? I'm sorry, plastic-based metal body. But such detail on this that is just unbelievable. But it does cost 20 times what the Hot Wheels does. So good on you, Hot Wheels. That's a pretty good model. I had done a complete review video on this GCD Land Cruiser and the Range Rover. So you can find that in my playlist. Every time I look at these, it just gets better and better. I mean, look at the leaf springs, look at the exhaust system. You know, we often say, oh, that looks like it's a separate piece, but this really is. This is not molded together. You can tell because the chrome on the exhaust that goes underneath the unchromed suspension bits. I I would bet that that is a separate piece somehow fished in there in production. This Dunlop tire on the spare wheel, again, that I just keep on finding more details every time I look at this model. So, thanks for being patient and not forgetting that I exist, even though I have not been on video in a while. It's good to be back, but I will be back only for a short while, and then I'll be gone for a while. So I hope everybody is well. I will catch up on comments and emails and so forth. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon.